Hi there, I'm Dr. Pat Buchanan, and I'm here with a mindful movement break for musicians and others who spend a lot of time using their arms, doing work and sitting, whether it's for play or for work, whether you're staring at your computer, reading a book, working with tools, whether they be musical instruments or other types of tools. In our society, we spend a lot of time sitting and using our arms. We tend to carry a lot of, do a lot of extra work that shows up in our neck and shoulders. So here's a movement. You may have seen variations of this, but the way we're going to do this mindful movement break is grounded in the Feldenkrais Method of somatic education. That's Feldenkrais, it rhymes with very nice. So follow along with me, pay more attention to my words than how I am doing the movement, because the way I do it is based on my history, my resources. The way you do it is based on your history and your resources. Either way, I invite you to be attentive to yourself and to do the movement within your comfortable range. This is not about just pushing through the pain and doing harder, no pain, no gain. Actually, if you change the word just a little bit, without pain or with less pain or no pain, there's more gain. All right, so let's shift that intention around to be attentive to doing the movement mindfully and with an intention to find ease and comfort. And you'll be amazed at how much you can learn and how much you can change when you're kind to yourself in this way. Okay, so let's begin. So find a comfortable place to sit, and with sitting upright without leaning back in a chair. And begin a movement of bringing one shoulder up. I've started with my left, and one shoulder down. One shoulder up, straight up, as if you were going straight up towards the ceiling or the sky, or straight up, if you imagine a clock, straight up towards 12 o'clock, and then letting it come down to the ground or in the direction of 6 o'clock. Doesn't matter how far you go, it's the quality, not the quantity, okay? The quality of the movement, how simple can the movement be, and how comfortable can it be? And how easily can you do the movement? Or are you doing a lot of other things to help you raise your shoulder up? That may not be necessary. Okay? Or are you doing other movements, again, that you think might be helping you raise your shoulder up, but maybe not necessary. Okay? So just a simple shrugging the shoulder up and then letting it come down. And then let's see how it is on the other side. Right? So I started with my left. You may have picked a different shoulder. Go to the other side. See how it is to really smooth, as smoothly as you can, coming straight up and down. And the arms are just resting, coming along for the ride. And there's no need to push through your hand, just allowing the shoulder to glide upward and glide downward. In that 12 o'clock with the image of a clock, 12 o'clock direction, and 6 o'clock. 12 o'clock towards the ceiling, towards the sky, 6 o'clock towards the floor, towards the ground. Pause. All right. Now, let's see how it is to do the movement in the forward and backward direction, okay? For most people, forward's going to be real easy. We spend a lot of time in this position, okay? Let's see how it is to just do one. All right, let's come back to the left. For me, that's where I started. Forward, back where I came from, and backward. And I notice my hand is sliding along my thigh as it just comes along for the ride with my shoulder. You may notice too, your elbow comes forward as it gets carried forward by the shoulder, sliding forward. And you can feel your shoulder blade sliding forward along your ribs and back. And then as you slide the shoulder back, feel that shoulder blade moving backward, coming closer to your spine in the back, and noticing how the front of your chest opens, okay, and the hand slides back. So shoulder forward, shoulder back. And as a consequence, the hand and the elbow come forward and back. So it's not that you're leading with the hand and the elbow. That's another way of doing the movement. Put your attention on leading from the shoulder, feeling your shoulder complex, your shoulder blade, the shoulder joint, your collarbone coming forward, and then feeling them come back. All right, pause. See how it is on the other side. Forward and back. You may notice one side moves a little differently than the other. Maybe a little bit more ease, a little bit more effort. Just notice. No need to make them equal. They may become more similar as you explore the movement. Notice too if there's some changes in your breathing. The shoulder leads forward and back. How easy is it to go forward? How easy is it to go back? Okay, now pause. And now let's see what it's like to connect. Okay. So we're going to go up, forward, down, and back. Making a wheel with that shoulder. Up, forward, and down, and back. Going around. Noticing how the arm, the hand just moves along in collaboration. Just following the lead of the shoulder girl. Pause and see how it is to go the other way. The back, the back and down. Can you have some softness in your jaw, in your eyes, your tongue? And let it go. Let's see how it is to do that on the other side. So up and forward, down, back, up and forward and down and back and up, down and back. Can the head be more or less still? Can your breathing be easy? Your hands be soft? And let's go the other way. Reversing. Pause. Maybe you notice some changes already just from those little bits of movements with this mindful movement break. I'll show you two more combinations. So we've done the individual movements, up, down, forward, and back on each shoulder. We've done the circles going in this direction, in that, if you will, a forward roll, and then reversed and did a backward roll. Well, let's combine them now. So this is where it might seem like, oh, something you've seen people do before. If we combine that up and forward, down, and back of both shoulders together. And you may notice there's times when you want to breathe in, times you want to breathe out. Not that there's a rule, because our breathing can change with our needs. Okay, and pause. Now let's go the other way. So we go down and forward, up and back. So both shoulders are doing the same circling directions together. Great. Now one more combination for you to play with. Let's get the circles going in half a cycle different from each other. So let's start. I've started my right going up and forward, it's down, and now I start my left going up and forward and down. So I'm doing, if you will, it's like I'm riding a bicycle, pedaling a bicycle with my shoulders. So one goes up, the other goes down, one comes forward, the other goes back. And my hands and my arms are just coming on for the ride. If I lift them up, then you can really see, but I'm still doing the movement. I'm initiating the movement with my ribs, with my shoulders, I said ribs because I'm noticing, and maybe you're noticing too, how much now my ribs are involved in this movement. Okay. And now pause and let's pedal backwards. Okay. So on up and down, forward and back. Shoulders just a little bit halfway out of sync with one another. Like so. You can be letting your hands be free, or you can just let them rest. You can really be sure you're leading with your shoulder girdle and allowing those ribs to move and inviting more of yourself to participate in the movement and let it go. So I hope you've noticed some changes in yourself, feeling some more ease, some more comfort, some more lightness. Thanks for joining me with this mindful movement break.